how to buy commercial real estate using other people's money. Have you heard that you can use other people's money to buy real estate and you don't believe it? Well, it's absolutely true if you know how to do it. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it step by step. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
I'm going to share with you the exact step-by-step process to buying commercial real estate with other people's money and not using any of your own. I'm going to share with you my biggest secret on how to select the best property so that you can actually make those people money and not lose money. And last but not least, I'm going to share with you my biggest insider tip on what you can do now to get hundreds of thousands of dollars using other people's money, even over $1 million. So when we're talking about real estate investing, there are so many benefits. Let me break it down for you. Real estate investing is all about finding properties that you can actually make money off of. There's 3 different ways that you're going to want to make money as a real estate investor. You'll have 1, the cash flow that is coming in each month, either from long-term tenants or short-term tenants. But again, you want cash flow. The second thing that you want to do is be building equity in the property, as where the value of the property is going up and you are getting appreciation in that property and equity. And last but not least, you want to be able to sell the properties for a profit and get that cash out either by refinancing or selling the property and cashing out. Either way, you want to make sure you're cashing in on all 3 of those ways to make money as a real estate investor and the tax benefits that come from real estate investing. We know that the laws, especially in the United States, are very favorable to real estate investors. So let's talk about how you get in on that. So when I started investing in real estate, I did not go to commercial real estate in any way, shape, or form. I started with single-family homes. In fact, I built up a rental portfolio of over 40 properties, but all with single-family homes. It actually seemed like a great idea and I was making tons of money, but there were some real disadvantages to all of those single-family homes. I had to get mortgages for them. I had to have different taxes, different insurance, different property managers, and it actually became quite a hassle trying to manage all of those different properties one by one. Additionally, when I would have a tenant that would leave from a single family home, all of my rental income would be gone until I found another tenant. Yes, I got pretty good at finding new tenants, but I realized when I moved to multifamilies and apartments and other types of commercial real estate, I was able to make way more money with one building versus having building after building after building with single family homes. There were so many more benefits to having commercial real estate and using multifamily real estate as a means to increase my income. Let's get into that. So when it comes to commercial real estate, there are different types of commercial real estate. Many people will think of buildings and just say, wow, is that commercial real estate? Well, yes, if you're talking about apartment buildings, that's a type of commercial real estate. But when it comes to commercial real estate, we could be talking about anything from malls, strip malls, those plazas that you see, to buildings like office buildings, retail centers, storage units, assisted home living, all different types of real estate that house multiple people, either it be for business or for residential, is most likely commercial real estate. We even have industrial, which I will put to the side for right now because I am just going to talk to you about commercial residential real estate. So again, we have single family real estate, residential, and now I'm going to talk to you about commercial residential real estate, mainly small apartments and larger apartment complexes. So the old way to invest in commercial real estate honestly used to cost lots and lots of money to play the game. Literally, most commercial real estate costs millions of dollars, just being honest with you. Now, yes, you can sometimes find some small apartment buildings for less than $1 million, but when we are talking about commercial residential real estate, we must be talking about at least 5 units. So just using on a low end, if you're able to get each of those units for $100,000, you're at least talking about $500,000. That's a lot of money for some people. Literally, when I started in single family residences, I was able to find properties sometimes for less than $100,000 or somewhere in that range. So it was a lot easier for me to think of myself as a real estate investor with smaller mortgage payments. But as I got into commercial real estate and larger real estate, I realized that I needed bigger down payments and it required more money to play that game. I was going to have to borrow money in order to really get into it. But when it comes to commercial residential real estate, there's so many different ways to get creative financing that you can actually start with way less money than you think. So the old way of investing in real estate using other people's money really required you to pool money together with several different investors, or borrow all of the funds from a bank, or pool a lot of investors together and create different type of trust, sometimes referred to as a REIT, real estate investment trust. Those are a little bit different than what I'm talking about because in many cases, they are based on the stock market. I am talking about how you can use other people's money to have your own commercial real estate, especially your own commercial residential building, such as small apartments. There's an old way that we used to do, like I said, I named those ways, but now we have some new ways now that we have crowdfunding. You literally can create your own crowdfund. Trust me, I already did it. You can look up the company right here on TrueCrowd. That's 𝗓𝗡Crowd.com. Check out that website and look up my company, NuRez Inc., spelled NuUREZ Inc., Incorporated. I literally have been able to create an entire fund where I am able to buy commercial real estate, buy, lease, or control. That's what we say because there's lots of different ways that we get real estate and we start making money on it, and we split the profits with our investors. This is a win-win for both of us. Many people are not able to pool the money together to actually buy an apartment building, but a crowdfund has allowed people to put in as little as $500, and now we can acquire properties, even commercial properties, as where we would have had to raise all of this money on our own. I've been able to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars really quickly just by telling people for us to all pool our money together, put in as little as $500, and then we split the profits. It's an amazing way to start using crowdfunds and other people's money to buy real estate investments. But it's also a way for them, you guys, investors, whoever decides to invest in NuRez, it's a great way for people to put in as little as $500 and own a percentage of a company that owns hundreds of rental properties. Again, $500 doesn't go very far on your own, and you're probably not going to be able to get any apartment buildings on your own. But just think, when we put the power of numbers together and everybody puts in a little bit, now we can all reap the benefits, and now we can all start to get commercial real estate. It's an amazing new way to start investing in real estate using other people's money and give them the benefit of owning lots of properties and reaping those benefits as well. Another great way to use other people's money to obtain commercial real estate is to use business credit. You literally can get business funding and have business lines of credit, business loans, and even business credit cards, and use that as a down payment to start buying commercial real estate. You literally, in the commercial real estate world, are allowed in many cases to borrow the down payment, and a smarter way to do it is to literally use your business's credit. Again, you've borrowed money for the down payment, and you borrow the money to purchase it. This way, you've leveraged other people's money, none of your own, to get into commercial real estate. It's a fabulous idea, and I've made an entire video teaching you how to obtain and get business credit quickly. I'll make sure to put a link below so you check out that video as well. Business credit has transformed my life and my business, and it can also be a great way for you to get commercial real estate quickly. So there you have it. If you want to learn more, I've created an entire free course for you. Please go to noelsfreetraining.com. Again, that's noelsfreetraining.com, where I've created an entire free course for you, teaching you my exact formula on how to invest in real estate without spending very much money and make the biggest profits. I want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle, to your success.